Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared204 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and covering several designs for anti-tank traps that were used over the course of World War II. All these traps were used whether they were effective or not during the war, and some of them were excellent designs that were actually worked, and other ones you're like, why was this even a thing? It's very interesting to see the different approaches different nations took as a way to stop armored vehicles and to heed their movements over the course of the war. And lots of designs proved to be effective, and a lot did not. So in front of us we have about 7 designs or so. We also have a tutorial I did a while back on Dragon's Teeth, which you can refer back to as well. So that's also a design you can use for fortifications. I'll put that linked down in the description below. But anyways, these are 7 designs. We're going to be covering all these in this tutorial. There'll be timestamps down in the description as well for all of you that want to skip to a certain defensive type of design you want to have. So just feel free to check those out, and you'll be able to skip to whatever part you want to go to. Anyways, let's go and just kind of go over all the different defensive positions we have currently. So going ahead and getting started, we have the Continuum or something like that. It's basically railroad tracks that were connected together, put on supports, and they were bent up in a kind of, I guess, like a curve type shape, as you can see. And again, as I mentioned, they were railroad tracks. So they were made out of, discarded railroad tracks that they bent up, and they proved to, heed the movement of enemy vehicles. Obviously, they're a pain to, move and get around, and obviously armored vehicles, especially lighter vehicles, wouldn't really be able to get through them, as they would get flipped over or, just not be able to get really past them. And these were used by the Germans to protect towns. I believe these were even used at Normandy and D-Day and all that stuff, so they did see quite a lot of widespread use. The next little thing we have is called a buoy. This was a British designed, basically road blocker, I guess you can say. It's kind of similar to a Dragon's Teeth, except the fact that this thing could easily be moved if it needed to be. It was really easily moved by placing down a rod in it and down the middle, and you were able to take the rod and be able to turn it on its side and actually move it, almost like a wheel. So it was really easy to move and unblock roads or block roads that needed to be blocked. Plus, it also served kind of a good role because it was unpredictable in how it would roll. So if an armored vehicle came up to it and hit it, it would maybe push it over and it would roll, unexpectedly or something like that, and kind of throw off the driver and all that stuff. So it wasn't very effective though, but it was at least something, I guess. We next have the Hedgehog. You guys are all familiar with the Hedgehog, basically 3 steel beams welded together to create this little, hedgehog type design. They were used widely in the war by a lot of different countries. Next we have the Admiralty Scaffolding. This was a designed by the British that were used in Operation Sea Lion and basically the threat of naval invasion during 1941 and 1940 really. So these were built along the coast as initially designed to be put in the water to prevent boats from coming through and to, kind of, block them a little bit. However, they found that this was more effective at tanks, so they would put these on the coast of beaches and to basically, cause a lot of hindrance to tanks. So tanks weren't able to pass through it super easily, and especially if tanks did not get enough momentum, they would definitely not be able to pass through. And this is what it was kind of designed for, and it's kind of big, bulky, and apparently pieces of this still wash up on the coasts of, the UK, so pretty crazy. Over here we have a Jersey barrier, which is very common, just a concrete barrier. We see these on highways and stuff like that, especially here in the States. I don't know about anywhere else, but widely used, and they were actually originally made in the 1940s, and they were used for roads and stuff like that, and they were found to be pretty effective at stopping tanks as well. A big concrete block, definitely going to be a bit of a obstacle. So these are still used today in certain cases for anti-tank obstacles and barriers and stuff, so pretty cool. Then we have the Belgium Gate, which was a mobile kind of gate that could easily be moved around into different positions. It was used quite widely, or not really super widely, but it was used mostly by the French. They used these a lot, and kind of, around that area, I guess. And they're really, heavy, but they could be pulled by 2 horses and moved into different areas, and I guess served a good role as maybe a gate and also as an anti-tank blockade is what they were used for. Pretty interesting design overall. Continuing on, we have the kind of standard design we see on D-Day and all that kind of stuff normally, where it was basically a log with a couple more log supports that had a anti-tank mine on the front of it, or it would have just a standard mine for boats and stuff like that. They were put in the water, they were put in the shore. So just a very simple design here, and this would obviously work best on kind of naval invasion maps, but obviously could be used for anything really. The last thing we have is called a hairpin, and these are kind of interesting. They were made of basically bent steel, so they had a nice kind of sharp front angle here, and then they kind of curved around and they came down kind of at an angle here on the back, and they were stuck in the ground. Obviously made to kind of, tanks were hit it, and it would definitely cause some damage to tanks, and it was, a pretty, big obstacle, especially for lightly armored vehicles. It could tear tires, axles, and stuff like that real off easily, and they're usually put in kind of like bushes or, kind of hidden tall grasses to make them a little bit more hidden and effective when, tanks or unexpected light armor vehicles would run into it and all that fun stuff. Anyways, that's pretty much an overview of all the fortifications we'll be going ahead and covering in this video. I know it's quite a few, but again, there will be timestamps down in the description for you guys to skip to, whichever one you want to learn about, or basically learn how to build first and include. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our first build, which is going to be the Kurvenhain railroad tracks here. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into building these bent rails. It's a very complicated name, and I probably pronounced it completely wrong, but I'll obviously have the name of it in the description so you can actually look for yourself and see what it's called. Now, to build these, it's pretty simple, and it's going to look really good when you have multiple of these connected together. If you just have like one or two just scattered about, it's not going to look as good, though you could probably do that if you really wanted to. But they're meant to be in a long kind of wall formation down a certain like flank or whatever. So anyways, to get started here, we're going to start off by placing down a row of anvils. So we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 anvils going back. We're then going to place down a wither skeleton skull coming off the front of the anvil, so whichever direction we want the front of our, basically the front here facing. So we're going to have it facing that direction. We're going to place down the wither skeleton skull on that side. We then want to go back from the anvils with a nether brick slab, followed by another brick stair facing this direction, a nether brick slab, and another nether brick stair facing the same direction as this one right here. We're then going to place down a nether brick slab that goes back, followed by a second one, followed by another brick stair, and a nether brick slab like that goes back. Once that's all done there, we're going to go ahead and go next to this nether brick slab here. We're going to place down a nether brick stair. Next to it, we're going to go ahead and go over to this nether brick slab here on this side and place down a nether brick stair as well. And then coming off this nether brick stair on both sides here and place down another nether brick slab. And as you can see here, to connect it up, it's real simple. You're just going to build another one just like this. So nether brick stair, slab, stair, and slab to this side. And it's going to be just like this all over again. Just going out to the side there. You guys kind of get the general idea of what I'm talking about. So I don't really need to build that all, but you kind of get how they connect up. Pretty simple. Anyways, once that's done, we're going to go and take nether brick slabs, place down one on top of this last anvil, so the fifth anvil in that row of 5. We're then going to go back 1 and 2 more anvils back from that one, or nether brick slabs back. We then want to place down another brick upside down stair. So right on top of this nether brick slab like that. On the back of the stair, we're going to place down a nether brick top slab. We then want to go ahead and go back here to these nether brick stairs. We're going to place down cobblestone walls on each one of these nether brick stairs like so. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves some wither skeleton skulls and also some end rods. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides of this nether brick stair right down here. So both sides of it, and then coming off the nether brick, or the wither skeleton skull, we're going to place down a end rod like that on both sides. Once that's done, go ahead and continue on. We're going to place down another brick stair, kind of coming off this top slab here at about an angle like that. We're then going to place down a nether brick stair on both of these cobblestone walls on both sides. In between these nether brick nether brick stairs, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall, followed by a wither skeleton skull coming off the cobblestone wall. Going ahead and going up from the cobblestone wall, we're going to place down a nether brick upside down stair, followed by another brick stair on top, just like that. And that's going to kind of do it for the design there for the rails. Obviously, you can see you're going to want to connect multiple of these together, and by using World Edit, it'll be simple. If you're doing it all by hand, it's going to take a little bit of time, but you definitely want to have a good row of these all together because they're going to look really nice all together. But that's how you do the curved rails here. Let's move on to our next fortification, which is going to be the buoy. Alrighty guys, so moving on to the buoy. Now the buoy is obviously really simple. You could probably build it just by looking at it right now. So to build it, real simple, we're going to place down 2 quartz blocks going up like this, followed by cobblestone walls all the way around the first quartz block like that. After that's done, we're also going to take skeleton skulls, place down skeleton skulls coming off these quartz blocks all the way around like that. And that's going to do it for the buoy. Again, very simple design, and that's going to do it for that. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go ahead and move on to the check hedgehog. So for the check hedgehog, very simply, we're going to start off by placing down a nether brick stair just like this. We then want to go ahead and go from this nether brick stair, we're going to place down a nether brick full block up and at an angle like that. We're going to go ahead and go to both sides of this nether brick full block, place down a wither skeleton skull on both sides. And coming off this nether brick full block, going up again, we're going to place down another nether brick stair that goes up like so, and that's going to kind of do it here for the first kind of leg here. Now to do the ones out to the sides here, we're going to go ahead and go basically from these this nether brick block. We're going to go ahead and go up here toward the front section. We're going to place down 2 upside down nether brick stairs that are going to kind of come off this full block at a bit of an angle, so you have something that looks like that. We're then going to go ahead and go to the back section here, so go off this nether brick, the top of the nether brick block out to the sides like this. And we're going to go ahead and place down a nether brick stair like this out to both sides. Just like that, pretty simple. And so you should get something that looks just like this for the check hedgehog. And of course, if you're building a bunch of these in one area, I do recommend maybe switch them around. You know, maybe having them face different directions, all that stuff. Maybe even do some angled ones and all that stuff, just to give a better kind of overall look and feel to the hedgehog altogether. Anyways, once you have that all complete, that's going to do it for the hedgehog. Let's move on to the scaffolding over here. Alrighty guys, so going ahead and moving on to our next piece of anti-tank fortifications, we'll be going ahead and building the Admiralty scaffolding. So to go ahead and get started with this is another type of deal where you're going to want to build probably multiple of these all together in one line like we did for the rails over here. You're just going to want to basically build a long row of these to go ahead and obviously make your scaffolding on the beaches and stuff like that. So to get started with this, very simply, we're going to start off by placing down a stone brick slab. After we place down that stone brick slab, we're going to place down a stone brick stair after the slab. Once that's done, we want to go ahead and go back 3 stone brick slabs back. So we're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, and 3 stone brick slabs back, followed by a stone brick stair. After the stone brick stair, we're going to place down a stone brick slab, followed by a stone brick full block. We then want to go and go from the stone bricks full block. We're going to place down 3 more stone brick slabs back. So 1, 2, and 3. Another stone brick full block and another stone brick slab like that, going back like so. Once that's all done there, we can go ahead and start off by going to this stone brick stair here. We can place down 1, 2, and 3 stone brick slabs to the side here. We're going to go ahead and go back to this stone brick stair right here as well. Or actually, my bad, let me just double check here. It's actually going to be to this stone brick half slab. So we're going to go to the stone brick slab right here. Place down 3 over, and we're also going to go ahead and go back here to the stone brick full block back here and place down a row of 3 back like this. In case you haven't already noticed, we're going to have the scaffolding facing that direction here, so the stone brick stair and stuff like that. This is going to be the front over here, this is going to be the back. Just want to throw that out there real quick. Once that's all done, we can go ahead and obviously do the same thing we do over there on that side, just over here to this side. And to kind of set our base here. And the base here is also a really good way to judge on how big and how long you want this to actually go. As you can see, this is one full section here. If you wanted to continue building this to the side here, you would just go ahead and very simply continue it on, just like we've been doing. And it's just going to go all the way back here. We can go into secondary line here, just to kind of visually show the outline and how this would be sectioned. So, you know, it would just be something like that, a continued pattern going all the way down, basically, is what we're going for. Anyways, with that all complete, let's go ahead and start building up from the base here. So we're going to start off by going to these stone brick stairs here. We're going to place down 2 cobblestone walls that go up like that. On top of the cobblestone wall, we're going to place down a upside down stone brick stair. Same thing over here. So just like that on both sides. Once that's all done, we're going to place down another cobblestone wall on top of these 2 stone brick upside down stairs, followed by a stone brick slab coming off the cobblestone walls toward the front. After that's done, on top of the cobblestone wall, we're going to place down another stone brick stair. On top like so of both of these, just like that, and then we want to place down a stone brick slab that kind of comes up from the stair and kind of goes out by 1 like that toward the front there. Once that's done, on the back of this stone brick stair here, we're going to place down a stone brick slab. We're going to go ahead and go down to a top slab, go down to a slab. So you're going to notice you're going to have this kind of repeating pattern of just a diagonal going down. So this is going to go down here. When we get to this block, however, we're going to want to place down an upside down stair. So right above this stone brick stair here, we're going to, instead of placing down a top slab, we're going to place down the upside down stone brick stair and make sure that the two tops here of the stairs connect up like that. On the back of the stair, we're going to place down one more stone brick slab that goes back, and you have your first kind of line that goes down here. We can also go ahead and take a cobblestone wall, place it down on top of this stone brick stair here, and real simply, we can just go ahead and copy over what we did over on that side, just over here to this side. So again, the repeating pattern going all the way down. Stone brick upside down stair, stone brick slab, and a cobblestone wall on top of this stone brick upside down stair. Once that's all done there, we can go ahead and grab our stone brick slabs. We're going to go and go from the back of this stone brick stair here. So this stone brick slab, we're going to go and place down 1 and 2 more stone brick slabs over. Same thing over here, so 1 and 2 back. Again, this is basically a row of 3 of stone brick slabs right behind the stone brick upside down stair. Continuing on, we're going to place down a stone brick full block on top of this cobblestone wall here. Same thing here on both sides. Going ahead and continuing on, we're going to go ahead and go to the stone brick stairs up on top here. We're going to place down a stone brick slab that goes back from each of these stairs, and then we're going to go and kind of continue with the pattern down. So stone brick top slab, a stone brick slab, like that. Same thing over here, stone brick top slab, and a stone brick slab, all going downwards like that. In between these, we do want to go ahead and place a little bit of slabs as well. So in between the stone brick stairs here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone brick top slabs. In between the second row of stone brick slabs here, or basically for the second row of slabs, we're going to go and go to this top slab here. Row of stone brick slabs. You can see there's a space of 1 in between these rows. And then lastly, we're going to place down a row in between these stone brick full blocks. It's going to be a row of top slabs to go across like that. Once that's all done, again, going from this, on top of these stairs here, or the stone brick full blocks, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall on both sides. Going down from the stone brick full block, we're going to go and continue the pattern of stone brick slabs going down. We're going to transition to stone brick top slabs, stone brick slabs, stone brick top slabs, and stone brick slabs to go down and connect to that stone brick full block. And same thing over here. So just like this, real simple, all the way down, and just like that. And then once we get down to the backside there, that's pretty much it for it, and you'll have the scaffolding pretty much complete and ready to go. You'll take this design here and just keep copying it over and over and over until you get something that looks just like this, and however long you want it. But that's pretty much it for the Admiral T scaffolding. Pretty simple design, and pretty cool little fortification for any British beaches or anything like that you might be making. Anyways, that's going to do it for this fortification. Let's move on to the next. The next fortification is a super easy one. It's the Jersey Barrier, which is pretty much just a concrete kind of retaining wall type design. So for this, very simple. You can obviously make this different lengths. You can make it like a little bit shorter. I probably wouldn't go any much bigger than this right here. You could go probably like another block or 2 in size. However, I wouldn't go any further than that. I think this right here is a perfect size. You could even make it about 7 blocks wide. 7 might work pretty good as well. But basically for the Jersey Barrier here, very simply, you're just going to go and place down a row of however many quartz full blocks you want. So for my case here, I'm going to go and do a row of 6. We're then going to place down a row of quartz stairs along those quartz full blocks. And this is going to be on both sides here. Just like that. We're then going to go and place down a quartz full block on both ends here. We then want to place down a quartz stair like this on both sides to go ahead and give us like a little gap there where the forklift or some kind of tractor would be able to pick this up and be able to move it around. And in between these stairs, we're going to place down 2 quartz full blocks, or however many you need to connect the 2 stairs up. On top of these blocks here, we're going to place down a row of quartz slabs across, just like that. And right there you have a Jersey Barrier. Simple design, and looks pretty good. Anyways, let's move on to our next fortification. Our next fortification is the Belgium Gate, also known as the more official name, the cointnet-element, but it's more known by the Belgium wall type design name. So let's go ahead and get started with this. So to begin with, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 rows of 2 here of cyan stained clay, all with a space of 1 in between them. So we're just going to go and do something just like that. Once we have that done there, we're going to go and take our stone brick slabs. We're going to go and place down a row of what is going to be 6, or basically 5 across the front here, and then we're going to place down 1 on your side, giving us a row of 7 across there for our stone brick top slabs. Once that's done for the front here, we're going to place down 2 cobblestone walls going up on either end like this, and we also want to place down 2 cobblestone walls going up the middle like that. In between these cobblestone walls, we're going to place down 2 end rods on top of each other, total of 4 times to go ahead and create the front there, kind of like the bars here for the fence. Once that's done, on top of these cobblestone walls, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair on both sides with basically the front or the foot of the stair facing toward the inside here, and same thing over here, just like that. Once that's all done, we're going to place down a stone brick stair on top of this first end rod right here, both sides with its back facing toward the middle. Continuing on, we're going to place down a stone brick slab on the back of these stairs, followed by a polished andesite block that's going to be on the very middle cobblestone wall, going up like that. Once that's done, on top of these 2 stone brick stairs, we're going to place down a cobblestone wall on both sides, a iron trapdoor on top of these stone brick stairs. Then coming off the iron trapdoors, we're going to place down a stone brick slab on both sides, and then a stone brick stair on top of this polished andesite block, just like that. Once that's all done, continuing on toward the back section here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves a few things here. So we're going to need to go ahead and get ourselves some levers, which will probably be easier just to go ahead and go into our inventory and grab. And we're also going to need some skeleton skulls. So for these, we're going to go ahead and start off by placing down a row of iron trapdoors. They're going to kind of be up a level behind these cyan stank clay blocks, just like this. On the back of the cyan stank clay blocks, we're going to place down levers across like that. We also want to go to the middle space in here. We're going to place down a stone brick top slab here in the middle, like that. On the sides here, we're going to go and take our stone brick top slabs. We're going to go ahead and go back 1, 2, and 3. On the side here, same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3 back. We're going to go ahead and place down a skeleton skull on these cyan stank clay blocks here on both sides. And we're also going to place down a redstone comparator as well on top of the cyan stank clay block like that to fill that space in. And actually, we do not place down a stone brick slab there, so go ahead and delete that, and we'll be good to go. So once we get to this point here, we're going to take stone brick slabs, place down 1 on top of the stone brick top slab on both sides. We're then going to place down a stone brick top slab coming off that slab, going up at an angle on both sides. And then coming off the stone brick top slab, we're going to place down a stone brick full block. Again, both sides here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a tripwire hook and place down a tripwire hook on the sides here. And we also want to place down a tripwire hook on these 2 stone brick upside down stairs. After that's done, we're going to place down a stone brick slab coming off this stone brick full block here at an angle, going up. And then we're going to place down a second stone brick slab coming off this slab, like this on both sides here, to connect up to the front there. Once that's all done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves a stone brick slab. We're going to place down a stone brick slab that's going to basically come off this iron trapdoor, kind of go in at an angle here like this on both sides. And then we're going to go ahead and continue to go back and place down another stone brick slab that kind of goes in like this on both sides. From this, we're going to place down another stone brick slab going out to both sides, and an end rod that comes off of these 2 stone brick top slabs. Continuing in, going at an angle from these stone brick slabs here, we're going to go and place down another stone brick slab that goes in like this, followed by 1, 2, and 3 back. Same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3 back like that. With that all done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some cyan stank clay. We're going to place down a row of 3 in between these stone brick top slabs for the back there. So you get something that kind of looks like this so far for the back. With that all done, in between these stone brick full blocks, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of stone brick top slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We then want to place down a stone brick top slab that's going to be coming off this polished andesite block. We're going to go ahead and go at an angle from each of these, from this polished andesite, or this top slab here, and we're going to place down a stone brick slab to both sides like that. And we're also going to place down an iron trapdoor on this first stone brick top slab on both sides like that. Once that's all done, we're going to go and place down a cobblestone wall on top of these 2 stone brick top slabs like that on both sides. We're then going to place down a stone brick slab on top of those 2 cobblestone walls. Coming off the cobblestone wall, we're going to place down 2 stone brick top slabs that go back like this, and then we're just going to place down a stone brick slab on top of these 2 stone brick top slabs. Once that's all done right there, you have a design for the Belgium Gate, and with that we can move on to our next fortification. So the second to last fortification we're covering is the ramps that were used at D-Day. These ramps were pretty simple and made from a few logs, and they had little mines attached to the tips of them, placed in the water, placed in on land, and all that fun stuff. So let's go and get into it. So to begin with, you can make these sticks, I say sticks, but you can make these logs structures pretty much as long as you really want. You can see here I just have a nice length here. I think this one's a nice length for it. Very simply, we're going to go ahead and start off by just placing down 2 of these spruce wood slabs. You can go ahead and use whatever kind of planks you want, dark oak wood, jungle, whatever you want to match your environment, but we're going to be using spruce wood. So two spruce wood half slabs, 2 spruce wood top slabs, 2 spruce wood half slabs, 2 spruce wood top slabs, and 2 spruce wood half slabs, all going up like that. And again, you can go a little bit further, but this is probably the perfect length, at least in my opinion. We then want to go and go to the first kind of section here, these 2 top slabs. We're going to place down a basically a spruce wood stair on both sides of this first top slab like that for the supports there. After that's done, we're then going to go and go to this slab right here. We're going to place down a stair here on both sides of the slab, and then we're going to go and go down an angle and just go like that. Same thing over here, just like that, and down to connect up. And once you have that done, you pretty much have the very simple little ramp design complete. And with that, we're going to move on to our last final basically fortification, anti-tank fortification, which is going to be the hairpin. Alrighty guys, so the last fortification we'll be covering is the hairpin. So the hairpin is a very simple design, you know, pretty easy as you can see. So to basically make this, we're going to go and place down a stone brick stair. We then want to go and follow that up by placing down a wooden trapdoor behind the stair, which can be opened up like that. We then want to go ahead and place down a stone brick upside down stair on top of this wooden trapdoor. So you get something like this, and then we're just going to take some banners, light gray banners to match the stone, place down a banner on the back of the stair and also on the front, like that, to go ahead and make the hairpin. So just like this, and again, this will work best in like some bushes or kind of hidden in some tall grass or something of that kind of sort. Anyways, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for my tutorial for a bunch of different anti-tank fortifications you can use on your world. There's a ton of these, and you can obviously find a use for at least one of these in whatever maps you guys are making. Hopefully you guys enjoy this type of different content. Maybe I'll post some more of these or something like that if you guys really do like them and it's well received. But other than that, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.